find it on the.
Hello.
Hi.
We are just testing
When
now
can
if
I?
we are live and where you can find the broadcast. I have it here. You have to refresh your page. I see it now. Let's wait for
Yeah.
a few people to arrive. And maybe meanwhile, we can say hi to all the people who are here to join our live broadcast of WIDI
Yeah.
Master. I can already tell you that there were some hiccups. We were today testing the prototypes for this live broadcast. And unfortunately, in the place in France where we do the prototype testing from, the power has been cut off. So at this point, we cannot show the WIDI Master in real action. We can show it, and we hope that during the Q&A we do and the interview that we save enough time to ensure that we can maybe do the demo at the end. Because the people say in France that it will take 1 or 90 minutes to repair the electricity, but we are not sure about that. So
We have a
we
two
have,
guests now.
yeah. So we changed our minds a bit because we were first forced to do so. So we will do an interview with Jerome, and we will do an interview with Zhao. And then we do, if we have some time left, some other questions from the audience that is watching live, and hopefully show something of the WIDI Master. But yeah, we expect that we cannot show it, so we will owe you that for a next live broadcast. And at this point, we are getting ready. I think it's good that I am talking a bit to ensure that more people come online and follow us, because in my time we have 2 minutes left. So I can tell you that I'm broadcasting from Amsterdam. I'm here in the left under
Oh, I
corner.
can see.
Yes, and I'm the head of communications. So at CME, that means nothing more or less that I can talk a lot. So that's my job today, and I have to fill more minutes to ensure that everybody comes online. And then I will start the official part of the live broadcast. Please know a couple of things that we, due to the coronavirus, we just recently received the prototypes. That was last week. And due to an electricity cut in France, we are now not able to show the WIDI Master in action. This is a bit of strange happening for us as well, because we were testing it 2 hours ago, and then in an hour ago the electricity went off. So but we do have two nice guests that will can tell you everything about WIDI Master, and we have to improvise a bit, you know. So we are all creative musicians, technicians, so improvising is a thing we can do best. So I think it's officially 4 o'clock now, at least in Central European time. I see we
Yeah.
have 18 people watching live, and I'm really happy that you are here. So I would like to go to the official part. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first live broadcast by us, the team of CME. Thank you for joining us here live on Facebook, or when you're watching in the replay. We thank you as well. Today we will talk about wireless MIDI over Bluetooth, and especially the new WIDI Master, which is a virtual MIDI cable. In the upcoming 30 minutes, we would have wanted to show you the final working prototypes of WIDI Master. And for the people who just turn in, we are not able to do so, not because the WIDI Master prototypes don't work, because they do, but because the electricity is cut at Jerome's place in France, so we don't have any power for the equipment and we cannot show it working, what we will do is we will hope that it's fixed during this live broadcast, and hopefully at the end, but we cannot promise anything. So what we've done today is change the plans, and we have invited two guests in the upper right corner. The right corner, right corner is Zhao Yitian, who is the CEO of CME. And in the lower right corner is Jerome Dumas, CTO of CME, and actually the wizard behind the WIDI Masters, WIDI Master, and the WIDI technology. We can tell you that he has multiple years of experience in developing musical equipment. For instance, for teenage engineering, the OP1, for Arturia, the Origin keyboard, and also for our team at CME, the Bitstream 3X and the X-Key Air. Jerome will tell us more about the technology behind WIDI Master and the current status of development. Hello, Jerome. Great to have you here from France. Let me say, we have also with us Zhao Yitian is actually the godfather of CME and the kindest CEO in the business. Zhao is tuning in from China. And I'm Thomas, and I'd like to welcome all viewers. It's great to have so much people watching live with us. Today I moderate this live broadcast from Amsterdam, and I received a lot of questions from our audience prior to this broadcast. So my task for today is do my utmost best to find the answers for you together with our two guests. So before we go in depth, I think it's best to start with Jerome and to ask him some questions we received from the audience. As said, unfortunately, we cannot show the working WIDI Master today, but maybe Jerome, you can explain a bit what happened and show what we wanted to show.
Okay, thanks, Thomas. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. I am Jerome Dumas from France, CTO at CME for about the last 10 years. So I'm currently in charge of product development at CME, including hardware and firmware. I used to work for different companies before, for which I developed different audio products, until I started to work exclusively for CME. So I'm going to show you our new WIDI Master product. It was planned to show it in different situations, but as Thomas previously said, we have a problem of electricity here at home. So hopefully it will come back during the show, but for now, nothing is working. So please note also we received few prototypes at the end of the last week, mainly due to coronavirus. So we did not have time to fully prepare everything as expected. So we will do our maximum during that presentation. So first I can show you the different prototypes we developed. So this is the first prototype we developed. And the second version is here. And you can see the size was shrinked by about 30%. So the idea is to have a very small product. And this is the two prototypes we have developed until now. So again, we just received the last one last week.
Okay, well, thank you, Jerome, for showing that progress in development, which is quite important for us as CME to have that progress. It is said. I turn over to the first question from the audience I received before. It is said that WIDI Master is the successor of the X-Key Air and the so-called WIDI Bud. Can you tell us how these products are related, Jerome?
Yes, sure. First of all, I think it's important to clarify that MIDI and audio are two different things. MIDI does not transport audio signals. MIDI is a protocol that allows musical instruments to communicate with each other. So to answer your question, yes, WIDI Master is definitely the successor of our two previous products featuring MIDI over Bluetooth. We first developed the X key, a wireless MIDI keyboard. Then we developed the WIDI Bud, a Bluetooth MIDI dongle to be used with X key or any other Bluetooth MIDI device. So what we have to understand first is that Bluetooth requires one central and one peripheral to establish a connection. Let's call the central the master and the peripheral the slave. That's more usual. The master device is usually the computer, and the slave is the device to which the computer is connected to. So X-Key Air was then a slave device able to connect to any computer or tablet having Bluetooth. So we found some computers were not equipped with Bluetooth low energy, so we developed the WIDI Bud, which is a USB to MIDI master dongle. And once connected to USB, WIDI Bud was able to connect to X-Key and play the role of the computer. So now with the WIDI Master, we integrated both features in a single product that is able to act as a MIDI master or slave, and this automatically. So this allows any MIDI instrument to connect to another instrument without the need of a computer. A MIDI cable can then be replaced by using two WIDI masters. One is the master, the other is the slave, and they are able to communicate through a wireless Bluetooth connection.
Okay, well, thank you, Jerome. I wanted to switch images and also switch to another question we received from our community. The difference between WIDI Master and other similar products like the Yamaha MD-BT01 and the Quico M1 is the central role of WIDI Master you just mentioned briefly. Can you explain what that means and what the main difference is with these other products that are in the market?
Yes. As I previously said, a Bluetooth connection requires one master and one slave to communicate. So Yamaha or Quico products are slave only. So that means they require a computer to establish a Bluetooth connection. On our WIDI Master, as I said before, it can be master or slave. So at the beginning, it starts as a master for a few seconds. During that few seconds, it scans for any slave device nearby, and it automatically connects to another WIDI master or any other Bluetooth device, which is a slave, to establish the connection. So at the end, there is no computer required, and this is the main difference with other Bluetooth MIDI products such as the Quico or Yamaha.
Okay, well, thank you. Well, this is a hot topic suddenly, the external power supply. WIDI Master does not need an external power supply. Can you tell us how WIDI Master is powered? And what is important for our viewers to consider when checking if the WIDI Master will fit their system?
Yes, WIDI Master is powered from the MIDI output of the instrument it is connected to. We are using the latest Bluetooth low energy 5 technology, which requires only few milliamps to make the product working. So we made some measurement on the WIDI Master, and it's less than 10 milliamps. So the WIDI Master is compatible with both 3 volt and 5 volt MIDI devices. And in the case of it should be connected to an instrument that has no MIDI output, we will provide a wiring to create a custom cable able to power the WIDI Master from a USB adapter or power bank.
Okay, well, thank you very much once more. I'm trying to switch an image and once more, and then I come to one of my favorite topics when it comes to wireless MIDI. It's actually the latency. Latency is always a hot topic, and always when it comes, especially when we talk about Bluetooth MIDI. Can you tell us more about the current tests and achievements for specifically the WIDI Master?
Yes, latency is definitely important in such a product. I would say the most important. Please note we already developed two MIDI Bluetooth products, the X-Key and WIDI Bud, as I previously mentioned. These products were using the BLE4 technology, Bluetooth low energy 4, and we never had any complaint about latency issue in the past. Our X-Key was used on stage by professional musicians, and nobody complains about latency problem. WIDI Master use the latest BLE5 technology, which is even faster than BLE4. Latency depends on the environment and how far are the two connected devices. So we are fully compliant to the MIDI over Bluetooth specification, which was introduced by Apple. And we developed internal algorithms so both devices can negotiate the lowest possible latency. So until now, we were able to measure latency as low as 3 to 4 milliseconds, depending on the connected devices. Most often, we measure latency about 5 to 6 milliseconds, which is clearly inaudible. And to be fully transparent, we also measured some jitter, which means the latency was not constant, but oscillating by few milliseconds. So this could cause audible artifacts when synchronizing MIDI instruments with a MIDI clock, for instance, a fast MIDI clock. And I am currently working on a firmware release that will reduce that jitter to reach a constant latency around 5 to 6 milliseconds in a good environment.
Okay, well, thank you once more. It's good to hear that it's an ongoing process, and that the firmware will update and improve along the way, of course. We have been talking about BLE5 or Bluetooth 5. Can you tell us the benefits of Bluetooth 5 and how WIDI Master uses this for better results?
Yes, we are using BLE5 in WIDI Master. Yes, this allows basically to increase by 2 the speed, the communication between two devices, thus obviously reducing latency. It also helps to improve the range, and we developed internal algorithms so both WIDI Masters can define which Bluetooth physical layer they will use depending on their signal strengths, which is called RSSI. So if devices are close each other, they will switch automatically to the fastest layer to communicate, while they will use a slower layer, which does not affect too much latency, by the way, if they are far each other.
Okay.
BLE5 also helps to reduce power compared to BLE4. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. As I noticed
which is
some.
good for a product powered from a MIDI port.
Okay, sorry for interrupting, because I had some hiccups in my screen. Maybe a bit slow connection or a bandwidth problem, but I think we are all visible still. I see that there are 2 questions from the audience coming in. I want to ask Jerome to answer. We've got one from Steve. He was asking if we have one MIDI device, the computer has to be the master. Can you explain once more how that works?
Yes. Again, to establish a connection between two Bluetooth devices, one has to be the master, one has to be the slave.
Okay, so you don't. It's specifically you don't need to have a computer.
No, definitely no. by using two WIDI Master. When you power two WIDI Master, one will be automatically the master and one will be automatically the slave. So they will be able to communicate without the need of a computer.
Okay, so WIDI Master is like a virtual MIDI cable and it can handle all MIDI messages. Can you explain how this works for instance, real-time clock and system exclusive and that kind of MIDI messaging?
Yes, all MIDI messages are compatible with WIDI Master, including long exclusive systems up to 1 kilobyte. As well as MIDI real-time messages, including fast MIDI clocks.
Okay.
So all kind of MIDI message can be handled by WIDI Master.
Okay. It's funny because I see the messaging from the audience coming in, and there seems to be some latency in our broadcast, which is a funny remark. But with the other question comes from Jasper, and he says, so actually there is almost no latency when using WIDI Master. What can you say about that, Jerome?
What can I say about?
Well, so the question is, there's almost no latency. What can you say about that?
I would not say there is no latency, but I would say that the latency which is here is not audible.
Okay, that's a difference. Okay, okay. So I go to the next question. I've received this question many times already, and so I wanted to point it out. Many people ask if they can connect one WIDI Master with multiple slaves WIDI Master in a setup. Will this work? And what are the limitations?
Yes, that will be technically possible. We plan working on this subject soon after we launch the product. We will release a mobile application for both Android and iOS, so the user will be able to decide which slaves should connect to which host. We will work on this a bit later and check how latency will be affected if multiple slaves are connected to a single master, because they will have to share the connection. So that may affect latency. So as soon as we have something working on this, that's just a question of firmware. So we will release a new version of the firmware. By the way, the product can be updated through Bluetooth using iOS or Android application.
Okay. Well, thank you. It's good to see so many questions coming in. We will see if at the end we have some more room to answer questions. So keep sending them in so we can take a look at that. Jerome, maybe we can take a look at what you wanted to show briefly, because I don't think the power is back in your home yet, right?
No, I have a good news. The power is back.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Just in time. Or maybe you need some time to prepare. We can talk first.
What I can do, I can switch to Zhao and ask him some questions, and then you can prepare the demo. Or do you want to do it now? Okay.
So I can show you something if you want.
Okay, yeah. Just do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I switch back my phone. So okay. So here we have a sound module, which is also a sequencer. So it is connected to one WIDI Master here. So it's just a prototype, as you can see. And on the other side, we have another WIDI Master here, which is connected to a sound card. And this sound card is connected to a computer. and this computer is running GarageBand. So here what I can do is I can start the sequencer, and we can see the notes and MIDI real-time signal is coming to the computer, and I will try to set up GarageBand. Okay, sorry for the demo. Okay. Can you hear the sound?
Yes.
Okay. So I come back to, okay, so this is the sequencer. So it is transmitting real-time events, including MIDI clock, to the computer through the wireless connection. So if I press play on the sequencer, so GarageBand is receiving the data here. So here, basically, we have replaced a MIDI cable. And I can change the tempo. Okay. And in my setup, I also added a speaker. So here we can listen both GarageBand generating sounds from the wireless connection, as well as the speaker, which is directly connected to the sequencer. So here we are able to listen both sounds.
Okay.
So basically, we replaced MIDI cable by using two WIDI Master in that situation. And it works. I can show you something, another demo if we have 2 minutes.
Yes, do you want 3 minutes to prepare or 3 minutes to show it?
I can show it now.
Yes, please do.
Okay. So now we have a Bluetooth MIDI keyboard, the X key. So I can switch it on here. Okay. And now I switched on the WIDI Master, which is searching for a Bluetooth keyboard. Okay, so now they seems connected, and so the keyboard was automatically connected to the WIDI Master, which is connected to the sound module. So we are able to play. Okay.
All right.
That's the demo.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I'm really happy that during this live broadcast, the problem with the power has been solved and that we could do the demo anyway. So we were unlucky in the beginning and we became lucky during the show. Thanks. Yeah. So thanks, Jerome, for all this useful information. I think we'd love to talk further with you. Yeah, but I think we should keep it for the next broadcast. And as we progress in developing the firmware and the actual product design, we will show more. I see. I wanted to ask the viewers to keep on sending the questions because I think we have some time at the end to provide some answers. And I know somebody of our team is also trying to answer them in the feed. So let me see where we go. We go to the most important person of the company. So I would like this opportunity to introduce Zhao Yitian, basically stationed in China. Zhao is the master of WIDI Masters and also the modest leader of the CME team. I've invited Zhao to tell you more about the development process and more importantly, the interaction that we as CME had with our customers during the process. Zhao, good to hear from you. I think I will start with this first question. Maybe you can tell us a bit more about the history of CME and the close relation it has with wireless MIDI and especially Bluetooth MIDI.
Sure. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I really appreciate your time for watching our first live broadcast. Maybe some of you already know CME has a long history to develop a wireless MIDI technology back to 2005. The first one, the WIDI X8, was one of the first wireless MIDI interface in the world, and it was the best-selling model on the market at that time. Along with the Bluetooth MIDI standard released, as the member of the MIDI Manufacturers Association, we were one of the earliest supporters for this new standard. So as Jerome just mentioned, we implemented it in our XR and the WIDI Bot for 5 years before. So the WIDI Master was requested by many of our XR users from everywhere in the world, because they would like to use the XR to play the hardware synthesizer wirelessly. So I have this one. This is the first prototype. I bring it to Namsho. See, the new one will be smaller than this. Actually, I showed it to many professional musicians and also some partners. So now we are waiting for the second PCB prototype from France to ensemble it in the new case in China. So very soon we will show you the new prototype, the whole prototype here.
Okay. Well, thanks, Zhao, for this insight. Also, looking forward instead of backwards, it's also mentioned that WIDI Master is the first member of an entire WIDI family. Can you tell us more about future developments and the role of the WIDI community, our viewers, during this process?
Yeah, sure. We have a full know-how and technology to develop more WIDI products as you want. But how to make sure all the features are necessary? We need the help from our user community. That means you. So here we list some ideas we got from our users and about what the WIDI can do for musicians. For example, the second one we call it WIDI U-Host. It is a USB host and slave to Bluetooth MIDI adapter. So you can add wireless connectivities on any MIDI hardware which has the USB connector. I know there are some USB host interface on the market, but seems they are very expensive, maybe 70 to 100 US dollar or even euro. So this one can be a very competitive price. And another one we call it WIDI Hub 4. So this idea is just like a USB MIDI interface. You can connect multiple Bluetooth MIDI devices simultaneously with the best performance. So it's very professional features. And also we got the idea for WIDI Pad 3. It is a Bluetooth pedal adapter. So you can connect any pedal to add Bluetooth MIDI features on it. So that's the ideas we got from our users. Yeah.
Okay, so you said before that the role of the crowd and our users is really important. As we say in the image in the live stream, it's a crowd-created project. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Oh, yeah. So actually, we really want to build a crowd-creating process with you for the future development. Ideally, we will collect all the concept and idea from you and do an online survey with you. So if there are, for example, more than 1,000 potential users like it, we will move to development phase. And then we will make a prototype just like this time. So this one, or the one Jerome's hand, and we will show it to our community. If there are more than 1,000 potential buyers, then we will move to the production phase. Finally, we will collect all the pre-orders like we will do now and make the product for you. So just like the WIDI Master project. So in this way, we think we can keep the best price and make the development more effective. Also, our users can have the product they really want. So we don't waste anything.
Okay. Well, thank you for this clear answer. Very interesting approach. As of course, I'm part of the process, so I really like this. I also know that you are a contributing member of the International Media Association. Can you tell us more about your role and the brief history of the development of specifically Bluetooth MIDI?
Okay. Yeah, we are old people now. CME was an active member of a MIDI Manufacturer Association for a long time. We worked with Japanese AME. It's called the Association of Musical Electronic Industry, to do the MIDI test in China for 16 years too. For your information, the MIDI test is an examination for all musicians and technicians. We started to promote MIDI in China in 1993. So we are the founding member of a MIDI committee in China, Music Instrument Associations too. So as a volunteer, we worked with other members to contribute to all MIDI spec and standards, including the Bluetooth MIDI and the latest MIDI 2.0.
Okay, well, thanks. Thanks, Zhao. I wanted to end this conversation or this interview by asking more about the way WIDI Master was developed and how we came to today's point of pre-ordering and the community of music tech enthusiasts, like the crowd-created project.
Yeah. So I would like to thanks to all of you who drive us to current stage of WIDI Master. So without your support, we won't achieve the goal of WIDI Master project. We hope to work with you, our WIDI community, closely. So we want to link your requirement with the industry associations and the partners for creating more advanced solutions. So we believe the wireless technology, such as the Bluetooth 5 and the 5G, is a trending for music industry. So in our recent Recloser project, we also developed the Bluetooth mesh network for MIDI. So as we are opening these technologies to other partners too, so please show us your enthusiasm and the support. We can make the music work better together. So thank you very much again for watching our live broadcast.
Okay. Well, thank you, Zhao. Thank you for taking the time to answer my questions, which were sent by our audience primarily. I think I lost Jerome's camera along the way, so let me see if I can get him back. But because he's asking if he can answer some questions, but I lost him here. So let me check my phone to see if he's messaging me. Yes. I will log you out. Can you log in again? So okay. Well, let me get back to my story. Personally, I found it great that I had the opportunity to go in depth with both Zhao and Jerome on the subject of WIDI Master and Bluetooth MIDI. I think we have some room for some more questions. Maybe because I cannot add Jerome at this point. Maybe I have to do it like this. And I think he's back now.
Yes.
Are you here again? Sorry, it was actually my mistake. I was pushing the wrong button. Well, that happens. Okay, I will. I see a long feed of questions. I will begin with this question I see first from Pascal. It's for Jerome, I think. Latency seems cool, but what about jitter?
Yes, I already talked about jitter during the interview. What I said is that we currently measured a few milliseconds of jitter during this first firmware development. And I am currently working on jitter reduction by using an internal algorithm to lower these few milliseconds. By the way, the demo I have done just before was not including this jitter correction, and I do not know how you were able to listen what was the sequencer playing, but it was quite good from my point of view. But again, I am working on that jitter reduction, and I will release a new firmware as soon as I have something that works perfectly.
Okay, thank you. I think this answers the question. Another one is from Kenneth, also for Jerome, I think. Can WIDI Master be used with the WIDI bot or similar to XKey Air?
Yes, because it is able to be a master or a slave, so it can connect to a slave or a master.
Okay, well, that's clear. Bernd is asking if you can tell us about the working range.
Yes, I did not perform too much test until now. I just made 2 tests, and I was able to achieve about 20 meters between WIDI Master and the X key. So as I previously said, when connecting two BLE5 devices, that range will be increased because we are using internal algorithm to increase range, but this requires to connect two BLE5 units. And the test I have done until now was connecting one BLE5 and one BLE4 device. So for now, and I think it is the worst case, we have about 20 meters, and hopefully we will have more quite soon.
Okay. Well, I think Steve is asking also an interesting question because they're asking if we can explain a bit better how WIDI Master knows which one is the master and which one is the slave, and how does it switch?
Yes, for sure. So when we switch on the WIDI Master, it is a master, a central. So it starts scanning for Bluetooth peripheral nearby. And if you find one, it automatically connects to that device. If it does not find anything, it automatically switches to a peripheral role. So it becomes a device. So basically, if you want to connect two WIDI Master together, you just have to power the first one, wait 5 seconds, and power the second one, and they will automatically pair.
Okay, well, thank you for clarifying. I see a few people also asking if they can use WIDI Master with this kind of gear, old iPhones or old MacBooks. Maybe it's how you can say something about how we determine and the list we are wanting to create for compatible equipment.
Yeah, this one we have a list on our xkeyair.com website. As I remember, all the iOS and the Mac OS the hardware after later than 2012 with Bluetooth 4 hardware inside, then they will be compatible. For all the other MIDI hardware, most of them, if the equipment has the MIDI out, and the WIDI Master will work with them. Some of the WIDI Master only has the MIDI in. As Jerome mentioned before, we can provide you a wiring schematic so that you can make a simple power cable to power the WIDI Master.
Okay, well, thank you. This is also an important question by Mark. When might the WIDI Master be available? Zhao.
Oh yeah. Okay. We still target May. That means 2 months later. The situation is a bit unclear now because everywhere has a coronavirus epidemic situation. So we don't know the real development for that. But we still try to target the May as the delivery time. So this week we will open it the first pre-order for our real supporter, and after that we will try to use our current prototype to do more tests and shoot some video for everybody. After you see that, we may open the real pre-order maybe in April. Hopefully we can finish the project just in time before the end of May. But if there are some situations change, maybe a little delay, but we try our best.
Okay, well, thank you. We actually decided up front that it would be 30 minutes broadcast, but we are close to 45 minutes. So I wanted to answer all the questions in the feed, but yeah, we can't because we have to go now. So I will promise you that our team members will answer all the questions after the live broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us and taking the time to learn more about WIDI Master and what we are up to. So I hope you enjoyed this live broadcast. So you can give some thumbs up or shout outs in the comments that you really like us, because you know, online everything is about likes. So give us some likes. We will make this, I think, into a series of live broadcasts. So we will announce the next broadcast maybe soon and show you even more about WIDI Master, more about the design. So we invite the enthusiasts to join again, and hopefully we can give you even more answers. Talking about enthusiasts, we are now open actually for pre-orders. It is from today until Sunday, the March 22nd. So we know this live broadcast is the only thing we have now. So I have to emphasize that booking now involves you taking some risk. That's why we wanted to show you the WIDI Master working. But as you have seen, it's really in prototype status. So if you do not trust or want to wait, you can wait. You don't have to act now to get the offer. You can just order if you really trust it and want to support us, because we do not want to disappoint you, you know. So if you want to wait, you can benefit from the $30 discount when we open next up. So of course we do want to sell, but we do want to sell the honest story. I can assure you that you can enjoy the same discount early April, so no need to rush and no need to worry. When you order this week, you will get an invite to our WIDI Enthusiast WhatsApp group. This is also a new thing for us. This is our new channel to communicate with our most close connected user base. So here we will discuss the future of WIDI with our most loyal members of the community. So to finalize this, I have to switch some images. So I'm saying goodbye to Jerome. Thank you very much.
Thanks to
And
you.
I'm saying also goodbye to Zhao. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And let me
Thank you,
see
everyone.
if I can do it like this. And then you see in this screen, you see our website. It's a new website, CMEpro.com. And there's a minus sign in between. I don't know the English word for that. So it's CME-pro.com. And if you go there, you can go to our web shop, or you can see our other projects, and you can order the WIDI Master, book it, and you use the coupon code that is shown here. That's WIDI like WIDI Master 2020. And for now, I want to close up. I think I have one more question for our viewers. No matter if you watch this live or watch it in a replay, if you are not going to buy WIDI Master now or in the next one, tell us why. Tell us why you are not buying it. What are you missing? Where should we focus up? Tell us in the comments, because it's only $29 now. So we think it's a good deal. I think that's it. Keep connected, and hopefully until next time. Bye-bye.